You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, the latest on those devastating wildfires in California as the death toll rises to 50 with 200 people still missing.
Plus, we'll tell you how coyotes are continuing to stroke some fear in residents living in Anna Maria Island neighborhoods.
And we'll tell you how a Florida man wanted to meet the Flintstones instead. He met the police instead. What's going on here? We'll tell you this hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back, folks. 6 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jess Dowdrick, halfway through your week, and things are about to change depending on how you feel, maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. For more on that, let's head over to meteorologist John Scalzi to look at your forecast.
Absolutely right. I know we got warm weather lovers out there. I personally am really looking forward to this cooler weather. We'll probably see the coldest day Friday night into Saturday morning. At that time, temperatures could drop into the 40s in inland areas and 50s closer to the coast, low 50s. So some chilly weather coming. As far as radar goes, quiet this morning. Don't expect to see much later tonight. This line of showers you see to the north of us will be sinking southward. Cloud cover will be on the increase as well. Local temperatures are generally right now comfortable, 72, 73 degrees. That will probably be our high tomorrow. We'll look for a daytime high today, though, that'll top out similar to the last few days, coming in the mid to upper 80s. We'll look for a 40% chance of showers by 3. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic. First off in Manatee County. A little buildup there on 301 northbound as you get near State Road 70. Also look on Cortez westbound as you head toward the bridges out there. Farther south, there's a scene in the northern half of Sarasota County. Not much to report so far. And then our South County map, mostly clear. Little red spot at the 681 connector as you get off 75 and head toward US 41. Right now, deadly and destructive wildfires continue to claim lives in California as the death toll now reaches 50 overnight.
Reporter Mary Maloney explains why as firefighters work, neighborhoods are being reduced to rubble and ash, and some people are getting ready to see what the blazes left behind.
It's kind of heartbreaking to know that no one has anything left that you loved, and I just want them all to know how much I feel.
The Camp Fire is the state's deadliest blaze on record, and it's claimed dozens of lives. That number expected to increase.
Unfortunately, the fire came very quickly. We've been unfortunately finding some people who are unable to escape the fire.
More search and recovery crews are headed to Paradise, a community now in ashes. Officials are asking loved ones to provide DNA samples as they work to identify victims. Firefighters in California facing treacherous conditions and tragedy as they work to contain multiple wildfires.
We are not out of the woods yet. We still have some incredibly tough conditions ahead of us.
My God.
Hurricane force gusts are fueling the deadly Woolsey fire in Southern California. Making matters worse, there's little chance of rain.
As Santa Ana winds continue and the new fires begin, we ask the public to remain vigilant and listen to our law enforcement counterparts on evacuations.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
An animal shelter in California is taking in pets evacuated by the fires, and their total numbers have already almost reached 1,000. Right now, the shelter is looking after almost 300 animals evacuated, in addition to the almost 700 stray pets it normally houses. The shelter is asking for blankets, bath towels, liquid laundry detergent, paper towels, and freezer Ziploc bags. Meanwhile, the Humane Society of Ventura County says actress Sandra Bullock donated $100,000 to help rescue and evacuate animals from these wildfires. The nonprofit wrote in a Facebook post that the actress and her family reached out to the organization to show their support during the fires. Don't forget to download our free weather app for the latest alerts. You can also check out our website, mysuncoast.com, where under the Weather and Hurricane Center tab, you'll find a link to our 1-hour hurricane special and printable hurricane guide.
Well, it's not just vacationers on Anna Maria Island, it's also coyotes. More people report seeing coyotes on the barrier islands. Officials are now looking into solutions, including trapping them and relocating them, but that's not easy either. Regulations say the coyote would have to be placed on land that's at least 40 acres in size with permission from the property owner, and who wants a coyote? Some people have seen them on beaches and others on the roads.
The other day on Spring Avenue, there was one in the middle of the road right before dark, had traffic stopped, and then the other day My 6-year-old son called me from down the road and said there was one in front of Kingfish Boat Ramp.
Basically, the recommendation is to always keep your dog on a leash and keep your pets inside overnight, and that coyotes aren't, they don't want anything to do with humans. They're more afraid of us than we are of them.
Well, that's good. The Florida Wildlife Commission is aware of the situation and is communicating with local officials on Anna Maria Island.
In consumer news, the wait is finally over. Amazon has made a decision on where the retail giant will build their second new headquarters. The winner, or should I say winners, New York City and Arlington, Virginia. The so-called HQ2 will be split between New York's Long Island and Queens and Arlington. It'll bring tens of thousands of jobs to both of those areas, but the decision is already getting some pushback from people who live in those cities. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took to Twitter to address concerns from the public about the process moving to Queens. And USA Today says the Northport, Sarasota, Bradenton area ranks 24th across the country for job growth. There are now 48,000 more people working on the Suncoast than there were 5 years ago. Overall, employment climbed the most in the professional and business services industries, which added over 12,000 new jobs. These numbers will likely continue to rise as the Atlanta Braves spring training stadium nears completion in Northport and other projects continue to develop.
Well, just a few weeks after Halloween, a Pasco County Sheriff deputy pulled over a very unusual driver. His name was Don Schwartz. He was dressed like Fred Flintstone, and his smart car was retrofitted to look like the cartoon's old Footmobile. The sheriff's office posted this encounter on their Facebook page, but they later revealed this was all part of a mock encounter, all in good fun in Pasco County.
Sarasota County School Board members and the superintendent surprised 3 teachers with the highest honor they can receive at the district level. They were chosen out of all 44 Teacher of the Year winners at the elementary, middle, and high school level. At Oak Park School, music teacher Shane Sweezy was named the Sarasota County Middle School Teacher of the Year. English teacher Ashley Middleton was recognized as the Sarasota High Schools, and our crews were there to capture it all. We spoke to another one of the deserving teachers, Tessa Healy from Wilkinson Elementary.
Just to be recognized, as the Elementary School Teacher of the Year is so humbling. I am just over the moon excited.
Next, the overall winner named and get a $5,000 cash prize from the Education Foundation, while the 2 finalists will receive $2,500 rewards. Congratulations to all of those finalists. I'm sure those teachers really appreciate that. As many of us know, they spend a lot of their own money on classroom supplies and things. So.
It's nice seeing them honored like that. Big smiles on their faces.
Certainly is.
Unsung heroes. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the Country Music Awards are tonight on ABC. We'll have a preview who's up for the awards in Nashville.
Can't wait for that. And coming up at 6:30, we'll tell you how the Sarasota County Fire Department is working to keep residents safe this Thanksgiving.
It is 6:07 on this transitional Wednesday morning. There's a shot right now of the downtown skyline. Transitional in that John says, once again, today's low could be tomorrow's high. Sir?
Yes. Yes, no, that's true. I'm here. We're looking at, if you're heading to the beach today to get that last little bit of warmth in, you're probably looking at a cloudy sky later on in the afternoon. I would say beach walk is best in the morning. We'll go with 83 near the coastline, but increasing cloud cover, east to southwest wind building, and a UV index low at about 6. And by the way, red tide status, according to Mote Marine's latest observations, include, well, a lot of beaches seeing some low amounts of irritant in the air. Some beaches not seeing any at all. It kind of shifts from day to day, as you know. We'll have the complete forecast in just a moment.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
It's year-end clearance time at every Ghetto location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Ghetto.com. And Ghetto Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Ghetto dealership near you. got it at Gettle.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Experience true automotive luxury at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
As smart as our pets might be, they can't advocate for themselves. That's why it's important you make your pet part of your family's disaster preparedness plan. Talk to your veterinarian and visit banfieldfoundation.org/disaster. Don't save it for a rainy day.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Oh, 72-degree air temperature. We have a dew point value coming in warm as well at 72. So 100% relative humidity. Temperature dew point match. Patchy fog could be an issue around the area this morning, so watch for that in inland locations mostly. But you know, I'll tell you what, with wind speeds kind of picking up, I don't think it's going to be a big problem. It's not going to be a widespread dense fog issue. East-northeast wind coming in at about 6. We're going to watch that. We're going to watch that east-northeast wind come in out of the northwest and become rather brisk as we head into the next 24. Temperatures will increase today up to about 86 degrees, so it'll be a day kind of similar to the last few days in that it's going to be abnormally warm. And rain chances will also start to increase as we head into the afternoon and evening. We'll also notice cloud cover increasing. Seems like everything's increasing, right? As we head into the afternoon and evening. About 3 p.m., a 40% chance of showers. By 7 p.m., about 50% chance, and that 50% chance will linger through the midnight hour into the early morning of Thursday. Not much in the way of rainfall around the region. Don't expect much this morning. As I mentioned, rain shower chances go up this afternoon and particularly this evening and overnight as this line of showers associated with our cold front begins to sink south. We'll watch it slowly move into our area, cloud cover increasing. The low pressure area associated with the cloud cover and the rain showers lifts off to the north and to the east, taking the major amount of energy along with it. But the frontal boundary itself pulls through here probably around midnight or a little thereafter. We'll watch the wind start shifting to the northwest. That northwest wind will start to draw down the cooler air, and while it will take about 12 hours for that colder air to really start pouring in, you'll notice tomorrow the big difference in temperature. We'll drop the air temperature probably by about 10-15 degrees over the course of the day tomorrow. Another warm day today, though. Late day rains, as I mentioned, and then cooler tomorrow. In fact, our high temperature for the day may be reached just after midnight, although temperatures are going to be kind of flat, holding it at the same value from about midnight through early morning hours because of the cloud cover that'll be around, because of the shifting winds. So it may either be just after midnight or early in the morning. Either way, the temperatures in the afternoon will fall. We'll watch the frontal boundary approach us, as I mentioned, about midnight, with the best chance of those showers moving in here during the early morning hours. About this time tomorrow morning, we'll watch those showers pressing southward, and then we'll start to see a little bit of hole in the cloud begin to build, and we'll see more and more sunshine as we head into the second half of the day tomorrow. I think a lot of tomorrow will be spent beating back these clouds that'll be around. As far as current conditions go, well, we have a mix of sun and clouds out there, but the clouds will certainly be on the increase as we head into the second half of the day. For boaters, well, not too bad today. South wind coming in at about 5 knots this afternoon, switching to the west at about 10. But watch out. Tomorrow those wind speeds will be picking, even tonight those wind speeds will be picking up northwest at about 15. And tomorrow could be a very breezy day with a lot of wind under your hat, sailors. So we'll watch a 50% chance of showers build into the forecast later today through tonight. It'll linger through tomorrow morning with about a 30% chance, decreasing as we progress through the morning into the afternoon. Temperatures will drop by about 12, 15 degrees or so. And tomorrow night is going to be a cool one, 55. If you're going to run the heat at that temperature, make sure it's working today. And then Friday will only be in the 60s. So I think it'll be a beautiful day with lots of sunshine around it over the weekend, sunny conditions. Saturday morning will be the chilliest morning at 52. You won't need to cover your plants or anything, but be sure and watch out for your pets. They will get cold in that temperature if you leave them outside. And we'll stay in the 70s for the next 7 days. Back to you.
All right, dust off those jackets. Taking a look at first alert traffic now. In Manatee County, there is an accident to report on US 41 Cortez Road. At the Cortez Road intersection, there is a lane blocked if you are heading in that direction. Doesn't appear to be causing any delays quite yet. I think it just happened, so beware of that if you're heading on US 41 in Manatee County. In the northern half of northern Sarasota County, there's nothing major to report there. And in southern Sarasota County, it's all clear at 6:16 on your Wednesday morning. In entertainment news, it's time for the Country Music Awards, and Cardi B is heading to Netflix to be a judge of a new music competition show.
Jason Nathanson has today's Showbiz Wrap.
Tonight is country music's biggest night, the CMA Awards. Chris Stapleton has the most nominations, 5, and he's up for the big one, Entertainer of the Year, where for the second year in a row, all the nominees are guys. Jason Aldean, Luke Bryan, Kenny Chesney, Stapleton, and Keith Urban. Casey Musgraves is up for Album of the Year and Female Vocalist of the Year, though she tells us she's not exactly looking for a win.
I know. I mean, award shows are silly because it's like, you know, no one's better than the other. That's not what music is about. Art is very subjective. It's very relative to what you like, and everyone's different, and that's what's cool about it. And
Brad Paisley hosts once again with a pregnant Carrie Underwood. The CMA Awards air tonight on ABC.
You don't suffer from motion sickness, do you?
The latest Harry Potter World movie had its premiere in London Tuesday night with Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald star Eddie Redmayne back for the sequel. And he can't wait for his 2-year-old daughter, Iris, to get to the age where she can see it.
She's a bit young for it at the moment, but at the moment there are buses in London with the posters on, and she's a bit confused. She looks down and goes, "Dada?" And so it's probably years of therapy coming up.
The film is in theaters tomorrow night. Cardi B teaming up with Netflix. She'll be a judge on the streaming service's first ever music competition show. Rhythm and Flow will also feature Chance the Rapper and T.I. as they look for rap's next superstar. Look for the show next fall. And break out the new age music, Yanni turned 64 today, while actor Josh Duhamel is 46. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Can't wait for, oh, go ahead.
You're going to break curfew and watch the CMAs?
Maybe I'll take a longer than usual nap today.
Yes.
I'll think about it.
That's the tough part about this shift. You missed a lot of good sporting contests. And
yeah, because I'm usually asleep by 8 o'clock,
know.
so we'll
Exciting.
see. I really want to see it. So, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you why First Lady Melania Trump is publicly calling for the dismissal of a senior White House official.
And next half hour, Florida's election recount will now spill over into next week in parts of the area, how that affects the overall timetable. Speaking of which, this is a live shot right now of the recounting going on in controversial Broward County.
The recount began last Saturday when the state declared that our state would have to recount everything, but Broward County did not start recounting their ballots until yesterday. Many counties were already finished by the time they just started.
And now some are calling for the supervisor's resignation there. Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, all thinking that she's in over her head. More news after this.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit helpsavethenextgirl.com and get involved.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Welcome back. Right now in Washington, First Lady Melania Trump is publicly calling for the dismissal of a senior White House official.
What's going on here? ABC's Jonathan Carl has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Melania Trump is known for being notoriously private. But on Tuesday, the First Lady publicly asserted herself in a way that she never has before. Taking aim at a key player on the president's West Wing staff, the First Lady called for the firing of Deputy National Security Advisor Mira Ricardel. It's the position of the office of the First Lady that she no longer deserves the honor of serving in this White House, the First Lady's spokesperson said in a written statement. The statement came less than an hour after Ricardel was seen smiling over the president's shoulder at a White House event. White House sources tell ABC News the First Lady became irritated with Ricardel over the planning of her Africa trip last month, and that she felt Ricardel treated her staff with disrespect. We'll have all the latest from the White House coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Jonathan Carl, ABC News, Washington.
I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines in Trelegy. The only FDA-approved 3-in-1 COPD treatment.
Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.
With Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3, I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways: to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems.
symptoms. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3.
Trelegy, 1, 2, 3.
Save at Trelegy.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Tom, and this is Chef Alan. We're from Publix Aprons Cooking School. What do we got today, Chef Alan?
Well, we're doing a couple little sides here. I'm going to show you one of the sides that we do at the Simple Meals kiosk. This is really a neat one. Since we're in the fall, it's great. We've got some acorn squash here. Got to be careful, very, very hard. Can be a little difficult to clean. So we cut it in half, and then we take all the seeds out. And I like to use a spoon to get the seeds out. It makes it really nice. So then quarter it up. So we went from half to a quarter. Put it in a little bowl like this, and you put water in there. This is what makes it so simple and nice. Cover it in a little plastic wrap, and all you got to do is pop it in the microwave for 5 or 6 minutes until it's just done. So we have one here that's just done, and the easiest way to tell if it's done is just to use a little fork and put it in there, or a little toothpick and put it in there, and you know it's done. So with that said, we're going to make a little dressing to go with this. Orange blossom honey. We've got a little garam masala, which is a Middle Eastern style spice. Middle Eastern spice. It's very good. Very good. So we put that in, and we're also going to squeeze just a little bit of lemon juice right in there. Give us just a little acid. And if you're asking, yes, I took the seeds out of this, so we don't have to worry about that. And it just makes a nice, beautiful little dressing like that, Tom. See how pretty that is?
Oh, yeah, that is pretty.
And the aroma is fantastic. If you like Middle Eastern food, I'm sure you've had garam masala, and it just is a blend of flavors that are just spectacular. Now, we also, with this dish, we have a little bit of arugula that goes with it. We have some wonderful, beautiful marjoule dates here that are pitted and they're just cut up. We've got some pecans that are toasted, and we also have some smoked almonds. Just put all this together on the plate, and it is going to be delicious.
That looks great, Chef
Thanks,
Alan.
buddy.
Thank you very much. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk. Pick up your recipe card and all the ingredients after sampling this delicious dish. Thanks again, Alan.
Appreciate it, Tom. Have a good one.
I'm Diane. I'm 70 years old, and with Dr. D's help, I'm off all my medications and have the blood work of someone half my age.
If you'd like to lose up to 1 pound a day of fat, call me now for your free, no obligation appointment.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Renegade 4x4 for just $16,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I work in sports, so my mindset was that's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information, and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Like ABC7 on Facebook to stay connected to the team you trust.
Hi, I'm Gary. I've lost 36 pounds. My blood pressure, blood sugar are back to normal and I feel great.
If you'd like to lose up to a pound a day of fat, call me now for your free, no obligation appointment.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up, we're taking a closer look at the Florida statewide recount and why a new lawsuit could mean tomorrow's deadline could be extended by almost another week.
Plus, we'll preview today's court appearance in Pinellas County for a Sarasota police officer.
And we'll tell you how the Sarasota County Fire Department is working to keep you safe this Thanksgiving. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. You made it through halfway through the week, Wednesday morning. I'm Jess Dowdrick.
And I'm Ray Collins. Big change on the way today. Enjoy today's warm temperatures because big change in the wind, John.
Yeah, we'll call it a transition day for us today. I think the noticeable changes will probably come later tonight as we start to see the rains increase, a few rain showers around, as well as the cloud cover begin to increase and the winds pick up. That's a frontal boundary that'll be moving through, but for the morning it's quiet on radar and will be, I think, maybe a few scattered showers later in the day lifting north from our southern region. But a frontal boundary back to the north will bring the rain showers you see on radar North Florida to our area as we head into the overnight. We'll talk about that and the cooler weather in just a few.
Talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic right now, though, in Manatee County. We do have a new issue to report to you. Cortez Road, a lane is blocked right there at 14th Street. That's a very busy intersection. Lots of lanes there, so be aware of that. Farther south, a little blip on Fruitville Road eastbound as you take off from 301 and head toward Tuttle. Farther south, not much to report as of 6:31 right now on your Wednesday morning. The recounts we're watching closely right now, an ongoing election recount statewide and also here on the Suncoast as well.
After a minor setback earlier this week, the Manatee County Elections Office is almost done with their recount. They are nearly half of the way through vote-by-mail ballots after working extra hours to try and rush the results. About 10 people are working to make sure all of the ballots are recounted, but the supervisor of elections tells us they'll be done well before the deadline. Meanwhile, in Sarasota County, the supervisor of elections office is continuing the machine recount process. Sarasota County has to reprocess 200,000 total ballots from Election Day, early voting, and vote by mail.
The recounts involve races for U.S. Senate, Governor, and Commissioner of Agriculture. The recounts are required when the margins between candidates are less than 0.5%. So far, statewide, only a few changes to initial vote totals are being found for those three key races.
That says a lot for how well not only we did the process, but I expect similar results across the state. When we do recounts, you don't see dramatic changes.
Senator Bill Nelson's campaign filed a federal lawsuit to extend the statewide recount to give election officials more time to finish ballot counting. Now, a judge in Palm Beach County ruled that Palm Beach will now have until Tuesday to complete its machine tabulation, but that ruling might be challenged in federal court as well. So for the latest on the recount and breaking news and your forecast, check out our app under WWSB or under My Suncoast. Happening today, a Sarasota police officer will appear in a Pinellas County courtroom after an incident last week at the St. Petersburg airport.
Officer Derek Gilbert was allegedly forced off of an airplane because he was drunk and confronted an airline staffer. Our Marla Spence joins us live outside of the Sarasota Police Department with the latest on this story. Marla.
Yeah, Justin Ray, that officer is now on paid administrative leave and expected to be in a Pinellas County courtroom later this morning. 51-year-old Derek Gilbert was arrested after allegedly being forced off an airplane at the St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport last Friday. Pinellas County Sheriff deputies say Gilbert was drunk and hit an airline staffer. A witness said Gilbert also allegedly grabbed his son by the neck when he tried to calm Gilbert down. Now, authorities said he initially refused to leave the plane after after staff said they had a zero-tolerance policy for drunk passengers. And Allegiant Airlines staff also says Gilbert was so drunk he couldn't even find his seat and was slurring his speech at the gate. An internal affairs investigation with SPD is now underway, and Gilbert is facing charges for hitting that airline staff member, also domestic battery and trespassing. An advisory hearing is set for 10:30 this morning. Reporting in Sarasota, Marla Spence for ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. A follow-up now on a head-on collision that left 2 people dead in Northport. Happened along River Road near East River Road right before getting to Winchester Boulevard. Today, the main concern is what authorities will do to make this busy road safer for drivers. For years, residents have been fighting for changes to be made. They've urged the city to widen the 2-lane road into a 4- to 6-lane road, to change the speed limit, and to add traffic lights. This summer, the state took ownership of River Road after it swapped responsibilities of other streets with Sarasota County. The Florida Department of Transportation does have an improvement project in the works to widen more than 5 miles of the road and add bike lanes, sidewalks, and lighting, but construction is not expected to start until 2021.
We patrol it the best we can. I mean, we're out there significantly, I think we do. And it's going to get more. There's more houses being built out near River Road and 41. It's going to be busier. The widening in areas should help. Can't come soon enough.
The first part of the improvement project is expected to be on River Road between US 41 and West Villages Parkway to help ease traffic headed to the Atlanta Braves' new spring training complex.
After several fatal accidents and years of complaints, Manatee County is paying more attention now to safety on State Roads 64 and 70. Commissioners wrote this letter to the Florida Highway Patrol to increase patrols. They want FHP to enforce speed limits to slow down traffic and avoid future crashes. FDOT has already made some temporary improvements to this intersection at 64 and Pope Road. That's exactly where 2 Lakewood Ranch High School students were killed a few months ago. So while FDOT has long-term plans for the area, several commissioners and residents argue they want to increase safety before the project begins.
If people are speeding, which just about everybody does on 64, they don't have enough time to stop until they hit the cars.
So for now, FDOT has blocked the road so drivers can't make a left-hand turn on or off Pope. They plan to add a roundabout there in the next few years and then put signs on State Road 70 urging drivers to use caution. New details on a car fire that slowed down parts of I-75 in Charlotte County. Look at that. It happened in the southbound lanes near Kings Highway. The county says a mother and daughter were in that once black Volvo SUV when the mother said the car began to lose power and started smoking. Luckily, they were able to get off the highway and get out of that car. First responders say a leaking fuel tank caused this car fire to burn longer than usual. Thankfully, the bottom line, nobody was injured.
Moat Marine has hired a director for its new Red Tide Institute. Thanks to a $1 million donation, Moat will work with scientists to look for solutions to the red tide problem. Dr. Cynthia Heel will lead the team, which hopes to develop solutions to the red tide problem affecting coastal communities. Dr. Heel comes to Moat from Bigelow Laboratory for Ocean Sciences in Maine, where she developed an independent research program focused on water quality, harmful algal blooms, and the ecosystem management. And remember, you can find all of our red tide coverage, including answers to your most asked questions, online at mysuncoast.com. Just click on Red Tide.
An update now on that Lido Beach renourishment project. Heavy equipment is now in place on the shoreline and active work zones are being roped off. Crews have not yet begun any dredging or pumping of sand from New Pass yet, but work could start any time now. Beachgoers are being asked to stay away from the work areas. The project should take about 3 months to complete. And as soon as today, we could get an update on the timeline of when roadwork should be finished in downtown Venice. The beautification project there will host an update at 2 p.m. today in council chambers at City Hall. There will be an informational open house until 2:30, followed by a presentation, also open to the public from 2:30 until 3 p.m.
Also happening today, the Sarasota County Fire Department is hosting a demonstration to try to ensure residents have a safe Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the peak day for home cooking fires across the country, with more frying foods like turkey, meaning an increased risk for fire. The department will share safety tips on how to properly use a turkey fryer, as well as the dangers associated with cooking a turkey that way. It all starts at 10 a.m. at the fire station number 5 on North Beneva Road in Sarasota.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, why the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say they're dealing now with more cases of that rare polio-like illness affecting children.
And the first wave of migrants are starting to reach the border. But has the Trump administration's stance changed on the caravan?
6:39 right now on this Wednesday morning, midway through the week. There's a shot there of the Ringling Causeway. It looks a little windy out there, but indeed, this is a transitional day, John.
Yes, indeed it is. A little bit of cloud cover out there right now. I think we'll have a kind of a mix of sun and cloud throughout the morning hours, and then increasing cloud cover in the second half of the day, which is why I've checked the rain box on the drive time forecast. Not so much for the trip to work, which should be okay, but by the time you get back, I think we'll have an increase in cloud cover and an increase in our rain chances as well. The forecast for all the airport hubs serving Sarasota Bradenton International on time, according to the FAA. Have the complete forecast for you in just a few.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I'm Alan Cohn. Freedom of the press. The White House banning the network's journalist. CNN sues the president. Can the president ban a reporter he doesn't like?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Temperatures across the region, 72 degrees. Dew point value across the area, 72 degrees. That's 100% relative humidity when temperature and dew point match. The air is holding as much moisture as it possibly can. And consequently, our temperature is not going to fall below 72 degrees. We may see some patchy fog building, certainly some mist and haze in the air today. I think most of the fog will be in inland areas, and it's not going to be really widespread or a big problem, I don't think, because the wind speeds are kind of up there at about 6 miles per hour currently. As we head through the morning hours, we'll have holes in the clouds that'll bring us a little sunshine, so call it a sun-cloud mix. As we head into the afternoon, we will get increasing cloud cover and fewer holes in those clouds. We'll watch it become mostly cloudy as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours, with our rain chances increasing pretty markedly as we head into the 3 and then eventually 7 o'clock hour. We'll be up to about a 50% chance of rain, maybe even a thunderstorm or two, though the thunderstorm chance is pretty low. We're looking at quiet conditions on radar currently, but as I mentioned, just back to the west a little bit, we've got a lot of showery activity stretching really from the mid-Atlantic all the way through Atlanta down into the Gulf waters, northern Gulf waters of the Louisiana Delta region. These will gradually sink southward. Most of them will dissipate, but a thin line of showers will begin to kind of coalesce and move through here, probably around the midnight hour or a little thereafter, and then we'll start to see some clearing. Most of the energy of the storm that could bring some stronger storms is lifting off to the north and to the east with a low pressure area. That low pressure area is actually going to drag this cold front through our neck of the woods by tonight. And then tomorrow, our winds turning to the northwest will usher in some decidedly cooler air. Look for another warm day today, though, then those late day showers, then cooler tomorrow as that colder air filters in, probably in the second half of the day. Futurecast shows kind of a mix of sun and clouds to start with, increasing cloud cover, and then by tonight we'll start to watch that line of showers move through. Clearing will start to take place tomorrow, and then by tomorrow evening, I think, we'll really notice the cooler temperatures and the drier air begin to move in. Humidities will drop. Temperatures will as well. And tomorrow we'll see temperatures that'll be probably about 20 degrees cooler than we have seen over the last several days. Cloud cover will be on the increase, though, as this system begins to get a little bit closer to us, so we'll watch for that as well. Beach and boating forecast, pretty nice for today, but I'll tell you what, watch out because those wind speeds will be picking up tonight, and tomorrow could be kind of a breezy day. 2-foot seas, light chop on your bay and inland waters. And the forecast kind of shaping up like this. We're looking at a daytime high today of about 86 with about a 50% chance of late day overnight showers lingering into tomorrow morning with about a 30% chance. Decreasing rain chances through the afternoon and cooler temperatures arriving. That 73, that's probably going to be reached either overnight or early in the morning tomorrow. And then through the afternoon, when our normal warmest temperatures would be, we'll watch our temperatures fall into the 60s, bottom out in the 50s, and then Friday, top out only in the upper 60s. The next several days we warm a little, but we still stay, I think, comfortably mild, coming in around 72 or 77 degrees for the next 7 days. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic. There is a major issue to report in Manatee County. That's at Cortez Road and US 41. There now is a roadblock if you're heading southbound, so be aware of that. A very busy, if not the busiest intersection in Manatee County there. Be aware there is an accident causing some major delays there this morning. In the northern part of Sarasota County, Bee Ridge Road is seeing some delays if you're heading westbound toward US 41. And in southern Sarasota County, there is nothing major to report at 6:46 on your Wednesday morning. In HealthSmart, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are dealing with more confirmed cases of a rare polio-like illness that mostly affects children.
Yeah, 10 more cases of so-called AFM brings the total to 90 so far this year. The CDC says another 200 cases are under investigation. AFM is a rare illness that affects the nervous system. It can cause muscle weakness and sudden onset paralysis. The CDC says 90% of patients are under the age of 4. Right now, the first wave of Central American migrants have reached the U.S.-Mexican border.
Many with the goal of crossing into the U.S. now literally within sight. As John Lawrence explains, the Trump administration's stance on the caravan hasn't changed.
About 100 migrant men, women, and children are now in Tijuana, where they wait at a shelter, hoping to cross into the U.S. for a better future. They are the first of a much larger group to reach the border.
That they can give their kids an education, that they can actually be free from violence and rape and murder. And it sounds extreme, but that's exactly what's going on here.
Some of the migrants traveled more than 2,000 miles. But the Trump administration hasn't budged an inch, assigning 5,900 troops to the border region, according to one defense official.
No nation can allow its borders to be overrun, and that's an invasion.
2 members of the administration will visit parts of the Texas border Wednesday. Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen will tour with the Northern Command. Defense Secretary James Mattis will be in McAllen, taking note of expenses.
We'll update you on costs as they become known. Obviously, the units executing the border mission have got to report them in up here, but we are capturing the costs.
Critics of the White House say having troops on the border because of the migrants is a mistake.
using our troops as political pawns for his political interests. It's just wrong.
I am not really interested in the politics. I'm interested in how we as people can learn to embrace the immigrant.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Border agents did not make any arrests after several people climbed on top of a border fence near San Diego. This video was taken on Tuesday. It shows them on top of the fence near the Friendship Park area. The Border Patrol says it's not aware of anyone actually crossing into the U.S. The patrol also says it's illegal to be on top of the fence. CNN has learned that some of the people in that area of the wall are part of the migrant caravan, but the vast majority of the Central Americans remain more than 1,000 miles away.
A new FBI report says hate crimes have increased significantly in the past year. The report found more than 7,000 crimes reported last year. The previous year, just 1,000. The acting Attorney General, Matthew Whitaker, said the report should serve as a call to action.
And take a look at this. A supporter of President Trump is temporarily banned from Disney World for waving his flags on several rides. Disney Park says they don't allow the use of any signs, flags, or banners in their parks or on their rides. John Cheney took 2 different flags on Splash Mountain and Expedition Everest last week, despite being warned not to do that back in September. Disney has now revoked his annual pass, which he says he's had for 24 years. But days later, they called him back and said he was no longer banned after he agreed to not hang any more flags.
Okay, that's resolved now. Good to know. 10 to 7, your day's top 7 news items. After this, stay with us. But first, a live shot of the White House. As Washington, D.C. is in the 40s right now, temperature-wise. We've got 70s today. Big transitional day locally. In fact, John says today's low will be tomorrow's high.
Looking forward to those temperatures. We'll be right back after the break.
It's a brand given life by craftsmen with seductive Italian styling. The Alfa Romeo Giulia. Stelvio.
Get yours at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
Selfless service is the principle that guides Army National Guard soldiers to be ready whenever disaster strikes. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. Selfless service. It's what inspires the men and women of the Army National Guard to be part of something greater than themselves. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Welcome back. Here are the top 7 things you need to know before you head out the door at 7 o'clock.
Number 1 is John Scalzi's first alert weather forecast.
Yeah, big changes coming up over the next 24 hours, no doubt about that. For today, though, kind of similar to the last several days in that we'll have a warm day, but we will have in the second half of the day increasing rain chances and clouds. Best rain chance will be overnight tonight. Then tomorrow, much cooler and drier weather filtering in. We'll talk about that more in the next hour.
All right, talk to you then. Number 2, first alert traffic. One issue to report to you there. 14th Street southbound, lane is blocked at Orlando Avenue, not too far from Cortez. So be aware of that. Kind of a trouble spot there this morning in Manatee County.
Number 3, residents on Anna Maria Island are concerned with recent coyote sightings. They're calling on something to be done to address the problem. And so far, island officials are looking into possible solutions like trapping the coyotes and relocating them.
Number 4, this Sarasota police officer will appear in a Pinellas County court today for what allegedly happened last week on an airplane at the St. Pete Clearwater Airport. Deputies there say that Derek Gilbert was drunk and belligerent and was removed from the airplane.
Number 5, machine recounts continue to take place across the state in the races for U.S. Senate, Governor, and Commissioner of Agriculture. Sarasota and Manatee counties both expect to meet Thursday's deadline without a problem. Even after Manatee County's recount mishap earlier in the week, a judge has ruled that Palm Beach County will now have until next Tuesday to complete its recount.
Number 6, a Louisiana-based contractor is now in place to start pumping sand onto Lido Key Beach. Federal, state, and local agencies are paying coastal dredging about $4 million to re-nourish that beleaguered beach.
Finally, number 7, what's trending? Thanksgiving is just a few weeks away. And what's Thanksgiving without the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? On Tuesday, over 400 kids got to look at some of the year's new characters and floats that we'll be seeing. Newcomers include the Ninja Turtles, Elf on a Shelf, the Kinder Chocolate Factory, and a safari adventure by Kalahari Resorts. This year's parade is expected to draw more than 50 million viewers nationwide.
It's a staple, isn't it?
I think it's part of many people's Thanksgiving traditions at this point.
So much so they call it Macy's Day Parade, which is not accurate.
Yeah, that's
good
true.
for Macy's.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it in person?
Several times.
Have
yes,
you?
Yes.
Bucket list, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that fog out there. Thanks for watching Good Morning Suncoast.
Good Morning America's coming up next.